tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. If you think that I stink, that's on me. I don't care. I blow here, I blow there. I smoke this shit everywhere. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga.
What's up, all out there, man? This is Best Way to Smoke Unfiltered, and I'm tapping in today, man. You already know what it is, man. I'm Big J. Make sure you stay elevated. You know what I'm saying? We got my other co-host is not here today. She has something going on, but we got a special guest tapping in all the way from Bakersfield, California. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get this live going right here for Instagram. We live right now on Twitch, on YouTube, and now we live on Instagram now. So we're gonna bring up B3 right now. Let's go. What it do, my brother? How you doing, man?
What up, man? How's it going?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I can't complain at all, man. How's the start of the new year been for you, 2026?
Man, the start of the new year's been cool. Just been working, bro. That's all. I work for the movie industry, so we started the show in December. So now that the new year popped up and January is going, we're full-fledged 10-hour days, 5 days a week, just going and going and going. Other than that, yeah, everything's been good, bro. And you?
Oh yeah, I've been good, man. Can't complain. Same shit working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Making things happen though. So what you do? What do you do at the movie studio?
So I'm a labor foreman. I work for construction. My dad's a construction coordinator. He owns a construction company. So we deal
Okay.
with like major motion picture films and like TV shows and shit like that too. So yeah, I've been in the industry for about 8 years. I started off in Atlanta. My first movie was Black Panther, and ever since then I've just been working.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey man, ain't no question, man. So you grew up in Bakersfield, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us what it's like growing up in Bakersfield though.
Where does growing up? Well, it's different now than it was back then. But Bakersfield will always be my home. But I mean, as far as, growing up wise, it's comfortable, it's cool. Like, it's a little town. It's expanding now. But it was just, my parents moved down there for church. So, I had went to church, like, I was religiously going to church, and, I had my church friends, and then around third grade I started playing football. So I made football friends, and, Bakersfield's cool. Like, it's a little different now, but it's always it's home. It's always my home. It'll always be my home. So
Yeah, I could dig that, man. I could dig that. Like I've been up to a couple events up in Bakersfield, cannabis events. I know you know Betty, right? Betty
yeah,
Crocker.
yeah, I know Betty Crocker.
Yeah. I went up to her an event she had up there probably like a couple years ago or some shit. And
Yeah, she used to throw big shows.
yeah. And it was cracking. Like Bakersfield kind of give me the feel of like farm, like the farmland and stuff like that though. To the
I
areas
mean,
that I went through.
yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, it definitely smells like cow manure. So yeah, I mean, you might be right about that, but no, it's different now, bro. We got a Hard Rock now, bro. We got a Dave and Buster's, bro. We expanding, bro.
That's right. That's right. Hey, that's what it's about, man. Getting that motherfucking expansion, man, and expanding. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like how does that Bakersfield Kern County, like how does the scenery play a part in your like in your lyrics and stuff like that? How does Bakersfield, being from Bakersfield, play a part in your lyrics and your delivery?
Well, with me, Bakersfield is my home, but over in Bakersfield, they have a sound out there, and it's different from what it's real. Everybody wants to be YG or Mozzie or Nipsey Hussle or they got that kind of vibe straight. It's and I pride myself on being different, bro, because I don't want to be like everybody else. I got to stand out. I'm into making classic music versus a bop. Yeah, you can make a couple bops, but then those get forgotten. People forget those. But with me, I'm more into classic music. I'm more into making dope music. I mean, you've heard my music and shit. So, but out there,
Right.
it's everybody's rapping with a mic hanging down and downtown. It's the same shit. Same shit. And it's no disrespect for anybody doing that. If you I'm a believer, if you doing what you love doing, continue doing it, bro. If it makes you happy, keep doing it. But me, bro, I had to learn how to find myself, bro, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I started rapping, I sounded like Lil Wayne. I wanted to be Wheezy F Baby so bad. But
Right.
then but then I recorded had moved to LA, and was recording with my friend Logan, Darius Logan. He's in rapping shit now.
Yeah.
And he was just telling me like, bro, like, why do you sound like Lil Wayne, bro? How do you expect to make it if you sound like Lil Wayne? There's already Lil Wayne. He's all, bro, why don't you be B3? You know what I mean? And I learned a lot, bro, when I moved to LA, because I moved to LA when I was about 19, 20,
Okay.
and then I started really, I had a couple connects out there, and I started making, I started rapping at 16. That's when
Okay.
I started rapping. But then I didn't start elevating my shit till I was probably 24. I was signed to Eric Bellinger. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
know
I
Eric
was
Bellinger. Yeah.
I was with YFS. I was working with their camp. So I would study the way he would write. I would study the way Raziel would write. His name used to be A-Rock. It's Raziel now. He was on GOAT. He's a good friend
Yeah.
of mine too. He's on my album. But I learned that formula, and I learned a lot about melodies and cadences and switching shit up in different verses and stuff like that. I try not to sound boring. You know what I mean?
Right.
So so when it comes to Bakersfield, cool. You know what I mean? But I don't my Bakersfield, my flow don't sound like I'm not even from there. So but I mean, again, if you love doing what you love doing, keep doing it because it makes you happy. But me, I'm not. I separate myself from those guys.
Right. So so for you, it sounded like it was a point of emphasis to do that though, to make sure that you represent where you from, but just to create that balance. Like,
I pride myself on moving different, bro. I'm not like these other guys, bro. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I've done things that rappers ain't never done in the city. I've been places they'll never go. And, that's cool. Hopefully one day, that's right, bro. This is the Bakersfield sign right here, right,
yeah,
bro? This is Bakersfield and Bakersfield, bro. I got that there for a reason, bro.
right,
You feel me? Not
right.
only do not only do I talk, rappers be talking about, oh, I'm the man in the city, or I'm the best in the city. Cool. You're supposed to feel that way. But me, bro, I know I'm the best, and I'm not only putting out good music, but I'm also helping out my community, bro. I throw toy drives every December for the
That's
kids,
right.
bro. I
That's
put
right.
I put artists out there that don't even really fuck with me, but I do it anyway because it's not about me. It's about the kids. You feel me? So you say, talking big on a mic that ain't new to me. You're not a real boss until you help out your community. You know what I mean?
Ain't no
So
question.
I move different from those guys. So it's night and day.
Right, right, right. So like as far as working with Eric Bellinger and being in that camp, how did that take place for you to, get that opportunity to work with Eric Bellinger?
So what happened I used to roll with Raziel a lot. A-Rock, I was the guy that would take him places. He didn't have a car or nothing. So I would just, be around. And like I didn't want to let them know that I do music because I didn't want it to be thirsty. Like I didn't want to, you know what
Right.
I mean, be on some weird shit. I was like, bro, once an opportunity comes, like I'm gonna show them what it is and they're gonna like it. So my old job, I traveled. I went to Shoe Magic, right? So I went to Minnesota to scrub shoes.
Right.
And but 2 weeks out after that, I was supposed to open up for Eric Billinger.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, bro. So we were in the studio. I said, hey, bro, I just want to let you know, bro, I'm opening up for you in Bakersfield. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Minnesota. And Eric was like, what? Like, you do music? And I was like, yeah, bro. Then Neiman, his manager, I mean, I think he thought that, because a lot of people take a look at me, bro, and they just don't think that I'm that I'm a good rapper. Like they judge a book by its
They
cover.
underestimate you.
Yeah, they judge a book by its cover. So then Nima was like, "Let me hear your music." So then I played him a couple of joints, and he was like, "All right, yeah, we getting to work." So I would
Yeah,
record at the studio. I would go to shows with them. Me and Raziel would open up for him.
yeah,
And yeah, man. And then it got to a point where it was like, yeah, we're doing the same shit. Eric started losing his buzz, so it was like, yo, we gotta build his shit back up. And they dropped everybody else, which is cool because in that situation, I made friends. So
right.
I have producers that produced on Eric Billinger's album, Wale's album, Meek Mill's album, Rick Ross's album, on my shit too. So I made friends with the producers because they're still family. So they show me beats to this day still. Like here, keep doing what you're doing, bro. So
Right.
again, I'm it's night and day, bro. But other than that, yeah, it was a dope experience. I learned a lot from both of them, business wise as well, songwriting as well, and it was a blessing, bro. I
Right.
got to go on tour with them. I got to go to Revolt with them. You know
Oh,
what I mean? I
okay.
got to I got to do all that shit, bro. So it was cool, man. It
That's
was I'm forever thankful for them, bro.
That's right. That's right. Because that's what life is about, man. Different experiences and stuff, though. And then them experiences, and from them experiences, the relationships you could build with people that'll kind of be everlasting and stuff like that, though. So let's take it back a little bit, right? And I want to kind of ask you, like, when did you know that you wanted to be a rapper? When did you find your love for rapping? How old were
Uh,
you?
so when I found my love for rapping, I was like 14,
Okay.
and I remember my first rap song I ever heard was "More Money, More Problems" by Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
So, but before that, it was on VH1. It was like the Rock Docs, and
Yeah.
the movie La Bamba came on. So I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but it's about
Yeah,
Richie
I've seen it.
Valens.
Right.
Yeah, so I got inspired by how fast shit moved for him and how he was Mexican American and how shit moved for him and how everything worked out musically. I was like, bro, I got inspired by that, and all of a sudden, More Money, More Problems came on, and ever since then, I was hooked, bro. My first Rhapsody was "Tricks Are Us" by Trick Daddy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
ever since then, it was a go, bro. Then I bought the Black Album. Then I bought the Great Depression, and
Yeah.
then I was really into Ja Rule. So then I listened to a lot of Ja Rule. I listened to a lot of yeah, man. And then just kept going. And then I was like, bro, like I want to start doing it. So I didn't really take it seriously until my junior year. So
Yeah.
what had happened was I tell the story a lot. So what had happened was is we were at school. It was me and a friend of mine that we were in the same class, and it was the last period of the day, and we had to take a math test. I'm like, bro, I'm not ready to take this math test. Like I didn't study at all.
Right.
So then he was like, bro, want to come back to my crib and play 2K till school's out. I
Right.
live right here. I was like, all right, fuck it, like let's go, let's run it. So we get to this house, his controller's not working. So then all of a sudden it was like, well, shit, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? We stay here
Right.
looking at each other like that's weird. So he's
Right.
like, yo, I got a mic and I got beats, bro. If you want to like start rapping, I was like, fuck it, like I'm not a rapper like that, but fuck it, I'll make something for fun.
Right.
Bro, I was horrible, bro. I didn't write shit. It was all freestyle. It was my first time. It sucked. It was so bad.
Right.
So then when it was time for me to leave, I said, yo, delete all that shit, bro, because I want nobody hearing this shit. Like he's on no trip, I got you. Bro, next day, bro, this motherfucker's giving out CDs. Everybody's just sitting there laughing at me and shit. I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta rap now.
Right.
So then once I started really putting in, work and rapping and shit and listening to a lot of Lil Wayne and shit, like nobody, no matter at that time, no matter who you were, bro, if you sound like Lil Wayne and you have punchlines, bro, people are gonna think you were hard.
Right.
So then it got to a point to where the end of my senior year, I'm sitting there doing shows, opening up for Ice Cube, E40 in Bakersfield, and the kids that made fun of me were like, "Oh, can you get us in the club? Can you get?" I'm like, nah, man, it's got to be 21 and over. Then it was like, man, fuck you, nah, you think you're better than everybody? I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
it
usually
was a
how it
lose lose.
happens.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lose lose situation. But like, bro, once I really started trying, bro, I'm sitting there opening up for E40, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, like the pack. Like it was, it was
Yeah.
meant to be. So then I had moved to LA because life happened and I was living with my great grandmother and it was at Southgate. Then I met somebody that worked at Capitol at a barbershop, Capitol Records. So then I was like, yo, like, I do music, like, it's always no to you ask. He's all send me some stuff. So I sent him some stuff and he was like, yo, we want to sign you as a songwriter. I was like, all right, cool, like that fucking works. Like I'm with it. But what had happened was when it was time for me to sign, I don't know if you remember, Capitol CEO got in trouble off some Me Too shit. You
Hmm.
remember that? So
Not
then,
not
so
vaguely.
then, then LA Reid had to take over for a little bit, and then they threw all contracts out.
Hmm.
So then I was like, fuck, like I'm sitting there like, fuck, all right, like whatever, you know what I mean? And then sure enough, like a couple years later, that's when the air situation popped up. So I was like, all right, cool, like it works. So, it shit happens. You know what I mean? Shit happens for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, man, that's high school is when that's when, I started taking it serious after and ever since then it's been a go.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
been green.
That's right. So it brings us to the Neapolitan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to ask you, what made you use that specific name, Neapolitan?
So, I don't know if you ever had Neapolitan ice cream,
Yeah.
but in that ice cream you got chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I was making honestly, I made it not having an idea or a title. It was just music. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And at that time that summer, some things had popped off to where I had to really like settle down, strap down, and be like, okay, well, all right, now look at this. You know what I
Right.
mean? So then I mean, Neapolitan, like, you know what? I'm gonna make it for everybody, bro. There's gonna be a song for the girls. There's gonna be a song for the guys. There's gonna be a song for the backpackers. There's gonna be a song, and that's what exactly what it was. There's different songs for different people and different situations. So I was like, fuck it, Neapolitans, all flavors. So that's
That's
why I
right.
called it Neapolitan.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a dope concept and shit
You know
though.
what I
You know
mean?
what
I didn't
I'm
I didn't have like I had the album before that was called Mark of the Beast. And then the
saying?
album before that was Field Dreams. And then the album for that was Valley Fever. But with Neapolitan, it was just a mixture of all different kind of things. You know what I mean? And it wasn't, there
Yeah. Right.
was no direction to it. It was just I'm gonna make a song for each and every. If you listen to my album and you don't like it, you're genuinely a hater. You know what I mean?
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. That's a good way to kind of pump your chest out though and kind of stand up for your shit. If you don't like my shit, you a hater. Cause
I
it's
didn't give up. I
right.
used to care. I used to care, but I again last summer a lot of things that popped off to where I learned a lot about different people that I thought were you know, fucking with me. I learned about a lot of things. I could tell you a lot of things. I was battle tested for the first time, and thank God I came out victorious. But it was definitely a learning lettuce, a learning lesson. You know what I mean? So I was
Right.
like, fuck it. This is what I'm gonna do.
Ain't no question. Let's talk about some of the songs on the EP.
Let's do it.
Okay, values. And
Values. Go
look
ahead. Go ahead.
in the industry that's often rewards the superficial. What is the cost of staying true to your values you preach on the track?
Right. Values was just I was supposed to do a whole album with Raziel, and that was gonna be our single. But he had went off and did another album, so I was like, "Fuck it, like let's I'm gonna use this as a single." And Values was just me being just true to myself and talking about what's going on with me and talking about how I don't need marijuana to sharpen my pen. I don't I just I'm comfortable with what I am and who I am and what helps me get to where I need to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I could,
that was values.
I could dig that, man. I could dig that. And like I said, I went through the EP and I like every song, but I was tripping off the song Atlanta. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like what made you write the song Atlanta about
So
Atlanta?
so I lived in Atlanta for like a year and a half, bro.
Okay.
So when I was there, I learned a whole lot about the Southern culture, a whole lot about, the ATL and how it is, and I fell in love with it. Like I thought this shit was so dope. I'm like, bro, I'm a Cali boy, and I'm learning a lot about the South. You know what I mean? And I had friends that showed me places, took me to Zone Six and Cascade and Edwood and Follies and Magic. You know what I mean? And it was,
So you seen some shit, yeah,
yeah,
experience.
man, yeah,
Uh,
Atlanta.
that's dope. What was the best thing about Atlanta for you as visiting or living out
uh,
there?
Other than the food,
Right, right. That's the top right there, though.
I made friends out there, bro. I made friends. I made industry friends too. I was working with BOB's manager for like a couple sessions, but nothing came out of that.
Yeah,
The guy that used to record me was he records for Future now, so he's a friend
right,
of mine still. So we chop it up. I send him music and shit, and but I mean just making friends, bro, and being able to say I lived in Atlanta for a year and a half, but out there I was working on Black Panther, the first one. So being able to say that I was a part of Black Panther, the first movie, that's kind of special, bro, because when that movie came out, that shit was epic. That shit was,
yeah. That shit was lit, man.
yeah, that shit was, legendary. You know what I mean? And I thank God I got to meet Chadwick before he died. I met
Right,
Michael B. Jordan, and they were cool, bro. And then I did Godzilla, King of Monsters out there, and then I did all the Avengers series out there, and then I moved here to LA and got my days and started working in LA. And ever since then, it's. But
that's
Atlanta was, it was Southern bells everywhere, accents. I never really experienced racism until I lived in Atlanta, though. I'll tell you that much. I
uh,
didn't think
tell
I
us
didn't think why
tell us about it.
because well, I don't know. They don't Mexicans out there. There's not too many, and they
Right,
stick to their own, and they get
right,
engaged at a very young age because I mean I hate saying this shit, but the parents don't want their child will marry, an African American. That's just what it was. That's just what it
right,
is. That's what I saw.
right.
So they would look at, black people liked me a lot. I tell you that much. Like black people fucked with me, bro. That's all I was fucking with out there was black girls. You know what I mean? But
Right,
then but then the white side of Atlanta looked at me like I was crazy, not knowing that I'm half white. My mom's white.
right.
So like, I could turn that white boy on whenever I need to. You know what I mean? So it's it was different, bro. I had went to Houston's one time and it
Uh,
was me and my mom. I don't know, you're familiar with Houston's.
yeah,
It's a steakhouse in Atlanta. So I had went to Houston's and it was me and my mom and my mom was like, "Hey, go, put our name in, get us a table." And there was this lady in front of me that was smelling straight like weed, just dank, like just like a lion's roar, like loud. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But she was white. So the hostess was like, "Okay, I'll sit you down." Sat them down and said, "All right, can I get table for two?" So, but sorry, but I can't sit you down. I said, "Why?" So, well, your odor is really crazy, and I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Hmm.
I'm like, motherfucker, like, I don't even smoke weed. Like, what are you talking about? So the lady behind me was like, no, that's not him. That was her. Like, the girl you sat down. And then I'm sorry, but I just can't help you. So
Hmm.
then, so then I'm like, all right, bro, you about to get into some shit because my mama's white and she's crazy. So
Right.
she gets in, bro, rips the hostess a new ass, rips the manager a new ass, bro, to where we got free steaks, free drinks, free everything. You know what
Huh.
I mean? She was like, "That's fucked up. Like, he don't even smoke weed. Like, he works for the movie industry. Like, they drug test him. Like, nah, bro." So they're, "I'm sorry. We're sorry. We didn't meet you, man." Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "Damn, bro." Like, they thought that because I was Mexican and brown and somewhat smell like weed that you know what I mean? So
Right.
that was interesting. I've never experienced that shit in my life. So
Hmm.
that was very interesting. I'm like, okay, well this is new, you
Right,
know, it's because
right.
I'm from Cali, bro. So you know, we all get along over here.
Yeah, it's a little different dynamic because yeah, it's more of a mesh of people
Right.
out this way than over there though. So, and you said as far as with your dad's company that works in the industry, you guys like build the sets and shit like that.
Yeah, we build the sets and shit like that. Exactly. I run a crew of guys that make sure the sets are clean, make sure that the tools are good, and make sure that everything is running smooth and the way it's supposed to.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That sounds like a fun type of job though, like because you get to see a lot of different things and you meet different actors.
Yeah, it's fun to an extent, bro. Like it's cool, yeah, but you know what, bro, I'm on my feet all day. You know, I'm slowly killing myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm lifting heavy shit. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot of strange shit that has to be done. But I mean, yeah, it's cool. Like you get to meet the actors. They're cool. You got to treat them like regular people. You can't be like
Ain't no
all
question.
starstruck, bro. You got to treat them
Ain't
like
no
regular
question.
people. And then once you're cool with them, they're cool with you.
Yeah.
And I've had my fair share of actresses and encounters. A friend of mine, he's an actor, Jimmy Tatro, bro. He used to take me in his trailer and do shots before he would go shoot shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So other than that, like it was, Will Smith was cool, bro. I played catch with the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bro, for like 30 minutes.
No shit.
I was walking on my way to the car, and he's sitting there throwing the ball to himself. And I go, I used to play football, so I could sling the rock. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I go, hey man, like, do you want me to throw you the ball? He's like, hell yeah, man. Like, bro, these guys don't know how to throw a football. Bro, I sat there and threw him football for like 30 minutes, bro, just chilling, talking, chopping it up, bro. I played
Right.
catch with the Fresh Prince, like shit like that. It's cool. It is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Look, talking football though, you got a football team?
yeah, unfortunately, I'm a Raider fan.
Oh, you're a Raider fan?
Oh,
Huh.
I've been black, silver, and white my whole life, bro. I played football in high school and pre-K, elementary. My colors are black, silver, white. My high
Yeah.
school is black, silver, white. So I'm black, silver, white all day, every day.
How? Let me ask you this though: how hard is it to be a Raiders fan though?
It's hard as fuck, bro. It's not easy. I tell you that much. Like I don't, my wife's like, why don't you become a Ram fan? Like I'm like, nah, man. I'm loyal to the soil. You
That's
feel
one
me?
thing. Hey, look, that's one thing about Raiders fans. That's for sure.
Uh,
Y'all are some loyal motherfuckers though, man. Because it's been bad for a long time around this motherfucker. I'm a Bronco fan though.
oh man, I know you're hurting right now. Bo Nix got hurt the last play.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, but you know what
Damn.
though? But you know what though? I'm
But
not. I'm not. It's not a hurt like that though because I still think we could win.
with Stidham?
Man, I still think we could win. And
Stop it.
hey, look,
Stop it.
and
Stop
JK
it.
and JK
Stop.
Dobbins is coming back.
Bro, this man just tore his Achilles. Like, you're going to throw him in a fucking playoff game?
Hey man, two games for the win. I'm not throwing them in, but if they throw him in and it worked, hell yeah, why not? You know
Stop
what
it.
I'm saying?
Stop it.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
I would say, it's cool. Have you ever been to Broncos Stadium?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not this one, the other one though.
No, the new one that just came out, I
Yeah,
believe. The Empower. So when I was in Colorado doing a movie called Elevation with Anthony Mackie, which is
yeah.
funny because I used to call him Papa Doc and he would just laugh. But
Right, right.
we went to see the Raiders play the Broncos, and it was a really cool stadium, man. It was really nice. It was really really dope.
That's a good experience. What year was that?
That year when Devontae Adams caught that pass in overtime, remember
Oh,
that?
okay.
Like
Yeah,
3 years ago.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
y'all. That's when the Raiders was whooping our ass though. They was getting us like a motherfucker though.
right.
But we,
But
but we,
then y'all got Sean Payton, bro. He switched shit around, bro. He got rid of Russell Wilson and said, "Fuck all that shit. I'm
yeah, that,
drafting Bo Nix."
yeah, that was a good move right there though, man.
Right.
But look, Another song that kind of caught me that I liked. I listened to this one probably about 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Tapped into it. I like the song Higher.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
my
I'm
West
saying?
Coast shit, bro.
Yeah,
That's that West Coast shit, bro. I'm from the West Coast, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
that's
It's
one of
pretty
them.
obvious. It's pretty obvious, bro. My uncle is Snoop. My cousin is Dre. You know what I mean? Like,
Ain't no question.
I'm from the West Coast, bro. So I had to do. I'm a sucker for like talk box and G Funk and Battle Cat type vibes. You know what I mean? And it's that's
I like
definitely a
that.
single, and I'm that's my favorite song on the album too.
I like that
So
right
yeah,
there.
with the top box and shit, like higher is and I recorded higher in Ohio,
Huh.
so it was interesting.
That's a good play. Ohio on everything. On everything.
Hmm.
Hold on, let's take a break.
These niggas talking out of their neck. Don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for threats. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check. I mean,
You already know what it is. It's 900 radio. You know, we taking a little break. You know, I'm gonna take me a little smoke break. My boy B3, he gonna take a break with me though while I take the smoke break though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
do your thing.
On everything. But look, we're gonna get into your song on the Neapolitan EP, and the song is called Higher. Let's go.
yeah, B3. Up and away. Rooker, I could take you away for the daylight. Way up in outer space. Away from it all. Away from the hate. We bout to land on the moon. I got the drink and the weed, yeah, it's all you. We can get it cracking like Chet Lips, or we can go higher like a phoenix. Oh, I'm down for whatever. Pick the time and place, we can change any weather. Your vibe cool as ice, your body fire on the top floor.
I just want to take you higher, higher. Just so keep on stride. Let's set this body on fire. Take you higher. I just want to take you higher, higher, higher. Just so keep on stride. Let's set this body on fire. I just want to take you higher, higher.
We can take it high as you wanna go, bumping Richie Rich. Blowing chronic smoke, shit'll get you higher. Show me what you about to get your heart desires. I know you've never been this high up. Fucking with late fools, yeah, the time's done. Not known for cap, I'm no liar. Balloon blunt with a lighter.
Want to take you higher, higher, higher. Something that's right. Let's set this party on fire. Take you high. I just want to take you higher, higher, higher. Something that's right. Let's set this party on fire. Just want to take you higher.
West side be the best side. If you down with that, hop in the ride. Just that battle cat type shit. This that cruising through LA all night tip. You look fuego on my right side. So much fun, girl, that we lost track of time. We in the ozone layer. You told me in your past that you dealt with hella players. But baby girl, I'm so green. The only player you'll have is me, yeah, on your team. I'll be your MVP. And you could be my shiny trophy. Oh, trust me, ain't no hater. I'm all about teamwork. I'm a team player. I need a real one, you need a provider. Girl, I need a rider.
Take you higher, higher, higher. Something that's right. There's something steady of love. Take you higher. I just want to take you higher, higher, higher. Something that's right. There's something ready of love. I just want to take you higher.
Hey, yeah, that shit right there. Hey, that like this my segment called 900 Radio, and we play songs, and it's either a flop or a slapper, man. That's a slapper for me, man. That's because that shit is heavily West Coast, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of them ones that hitting switches
Yeah.
on a bike. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Fucking on some fucking 23s or something. You know what I'm
West
saying? Like walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of them ones though, man. I fuck with it, man. And being from the West Coast, I can appreciate that sound, man. It's nothing like that sound, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you sat down to work on this right here in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Like how did you
how did I find the inspiration? No,
right.
I'm not home writing it.
Right.
Bro, home is where the heart is, bro.
Ain't
You
no
feel
question.
me? Home is where the heart is. So I know where I'm from. I know what I've seen. I know what I know what vibes that I've done type shit, you know what I mean? And it was easy, bro. You just
Right.
they say you put the right track with the right artist in the studio, you just crack the door and let God in. You know what I mean? So
Ain't no question.
it was easy, bro. It was I'm from the West Coast. It's in my blood. It's in my veins. It's who I am. So it was yeah, man.
Right. Hey, like like even with the dynamic, like how you said you put this together, the Neapolitan. You know what I'm saying? Like with
Yeah.
a lot of West Coast artists, deal with a lot of um can I say like maybe in a realm like hate, like it only goes so far though. Like certain artists, majority artists in the West Coast, based off the stereotypical, it's all about the shoot 'em up, bang bang, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So how important was it to you for you to deliver something that's different? You
Well,
giving back to that West Coast,
I want to deliver something that everybody could vibe to, not just a certain hood. You
right?
know what I mean? Most people most gangsters make music for their hoods, which is nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But, there's a world out there outside of your hood. You know
And
what I mean? So, I make music for everybody. I mean, I can get gangster, but I choose not to because I want to, I don't want to box myself in with just one demographic, one sound, one vibe, because it's like the baby, like every song sounds the same, but just a different beat. It's like YG, like every sounds the same. It's just the beat.
right,
You know what I mean? It's no, bro. That's not what I want. That's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. So
right.
that's why in Neapolitan, bro. I hope you go through the other tracks, but
Yeah.
none of those joints sound like Higher. I mean Higher for everybody, and
Right. Right. Right.
even bro, even what even East Coast motherfuckers fuck with it because just the vibe, just the drums, the bass, it's for
Like,
everyone, bro.
look, like, can I? Like, the title implies a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you looking for permission for with that song, though? You know what I'm saying?
Ken I was more like for the girls, bro.
Right.
So I was just like, I gotta make something for the girls, and it was like, can I love you? Hey, can I try you? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's because at the end of the day, bro, that's what every girl wants to ask they man. Every girl wants to ask whoever they're dating, can I? Can I
Right.
be the one? Can I be the person in your life? Can I? So that's why I called it Can I? Because at the end of the day, I'm sure, I don't know if you got a girl or not. I'm
Right.
sure she's asked you a question that had the words can and I in it.
Man,
So,
ain't no question. Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
we know how that go. Yeah.
You
Can
feel me?
man.
And that's
Yeah.
men, you know what I mean? We ask the girl, can I? Mm-mm. Can
Can
I?
I get some
Can I?
pussy?
You know what I mean?
On the real though, man.
Off top, bro. So that's why I called it Can I?
That's right. I could dig it, man. Lyrical exercise.
Lyrical exercises is me being just, it was for the backpackers. I didn't have a song called I didn't have a song that was more, lyrical with it whatsoever. It's just been all different vibes of music. I'm like, bro, let me make something for the backpackers, and then I just get lyrical, and
Right,
that's that was fun. I
right,
like doing that's probably like one of my favorite things to do, just because I like the rap. But I limit myself because lyrical people could be real boring. I mean, look at Eminem, bro. That motherfucker's lyrical, but I can't. And he's a fucking great rapper. He's one of the ghosts, but I can't tell you what his last album was called.
right,
You know what I mean? I
right,
can't tell you what his last single was called.
right.
So, that's just what it was.
So are you more so a writer or off the dome? You just spit it.
I used to be able to write without hearing the beat and without being in the studio, but I'm more I find myself writing better when I'm in that mode in the studio. You know what I mean? On a vibe. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I wake up at like 6 in the morning and I'm going crazy. Like lines
Right,
just be hitting my head and they just be hitting and hitting and hitting, and then a tempo will be in my head, or I'll think of a beat that I have that I haven't used. Then it'll all click together, and I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Like if this is what we're doing right now at 6 in the morning, let's do it. I've had times where I've woken up in the middle of my sleep with harmonies that just hit me, like just what I mean.
yeah,
And it's weird when you're a musician, bro. You don't stop thinking about music.
on
You
the
know what I
real.
mean? You don't. Yeah, you got your family, they come first. My wife and my child, they come first always.
Ain't no
But
question.
sometimes it gets to a point where it's just like, damn, like, all right, God, like you want me going crazy right now? Like, all right, let's go. And it's fun. And then it'll simmer down and then I don't rush it. I'm like, all right, it'll come. You know what
On
I
the
mean?
real.
But what I also really like is doing features with people because the topic and subject is already there, and I'm so advanced with the writing shit to where it'll take me maybe 10 minutes to write a verse for whatever the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, they either change the verse or they don't put the song out because I'm a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, my feature game is disgusting. Though I will out rap any rapper that wants to do a feature with me, bro. Like,
Ain't no question.
I'm that great.
That's right, man. It's good to have that confidence in yourself like that too, though.
Right.
You fuck with battle rap.
Yeah, I like it's cool. When it comes to battle rap, it's definitely it's an art. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lot of people could do. You know what I mean? And it's funny you say that, bro, because the situation I had with a certain somebody was he's a battle rapper
Yeah.
in during the summer, and it got to a point where it was I knew he was gonna be on his battle rap shit, but me, I just stuck to me being me and finding catchy, funny shit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I didn't. He wanted me to stoop down to his shit, but I was gonna stay right here in the pocket that I'm used to, and still make it fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And and I applaud those guys. Like those guys come up with dope shit. Like that shit's cool, bro. Like but I had my first battle was with a battle rapper, song wise, and
Right.
me, I looked at him as a Cassidy, bro. So you might be the dopest battle rapper, but your songs suck. You know
Suck.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you need a fucking feature for your shit to sound A1. You know what I mean? So I knew if I stuck to what I was, you know what I mean, that I was gonna be fine. And sure enough, bro, shit got to a point where I said what I had to say, he said what he had to say, and it was quiet after that. So
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this though. What's your top five rap artists, dead or alive, though?
top five rappers dead or alive.
Hmm.
Um, Dylan, Dylan, Dylan. Just kidding. Top five is, that's hard because,
It, it can't
I'm
be
I'm
that
a
hard.
it is hard, bro. I'm a '90s baby, and then it's like, bro. Then you think about the rappers that died, that where they would be if they were still alive.
Dead or alive.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Bro, Big Pun was a fucking Punisher, bro. Big Pun
Yeah,
was a fucking savage, bro. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? I think
yeah,
Pun would be at my five.
yeah.
Um, Pun would be at my five, and it's hard to put Kanye there because I'm a believer of, if you don't write your own shit, you don't deserve to be in the top five. But his music is so fucking influential, and his music's so
Resonate.
great, bro. Seeing him in concert was one of the dopest concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm a big Drake. I like Drake, but it's like, all right, well, you don't write your own shit, so I can't put you in that five.
right. It's a
And
different
then
feel.
yeah, and then it gets to J. Cole. You're lyrical, yeah, you're a fucking great artist, but you back down from
Kendrick.
us. You can't, and now if you come out with this album and you're talking king shit, bro, I don't believe you. You know what
Right.
I mean? Because
It's a
you had
different
you had
vibe.
you had the chance to prove you were king shit, and then you send a shot and then say I'm sorry. Like, bro, who does that? Like, I get
Right.
it. I get it. I got crazy. Like, I get it. But if you're already engaged, that's like me sending a nuke your way, and then being like, oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me take it back. Like, no, I already sent it.
Yeah, it
You know
don't
what I mean?
work
Then
like
you delete.
that.
No, bro. I'm a hip hop fan, bro. So, shit like that. So you got to take all that shit in consideration. That's why I say it's hard.
Right.
But so I'm saying, Pun was number five. I'm gonna say fucking Biggie three. I mean Biggie four, Jay-Z three. Um, you know what? You gonna hate me for this, or you might be like, "What, bro?" LL Cool J,
Okay.
LL Cool J, bro, in my top five.
Okay.
And number one is Weezy F Baby, bro. I still fuck with Wayne to this day, bro.
Right.
Wayne was a huge part of my upbringing, bro. Wayne was a huge, bro. I've seen him so many times in concert, bro, and
Yeah.
and he's little Wayne is out of this fucking world. But yeah, that's my top five. LL Cool J, I grew up to, and and then you got to put like, it was him between it's between him and DLC, but DLC,
DLC.
again, he got fucked off, but my dad was a heavy West Coast head, bro. We were listening to DLC, Snoop Dre, DJ Quick, all that shit. You know what I mean? And then my mama's white, so I was introduced to like fucking white people music, fucking Billy Joel, fucking Annie Lennox, Sting, The Police, John Mayer,
Yeah,
you
we
know what I
all
mean?
we all remember that shit from back in the days. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
When the
I'm I'm
motherfuckers
cultured for
right,
sure.
right.
I'm very much cultured
Red
for
hot
sure.
chili peppers and shit, all that little
But
shit.
yeah, Red Hot Chili, Disturbed, fucking System of a Down, Limp Bizkit, and like, Limp Bizkit, you can categorize him as a rapper too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only was he a rock star, Kid Rock, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, no. So I go Pun. I said Big. I said J. I said
Yeah.
Cool J, and then I said what was my first one? Fucking Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's right. Like me, I like the storytellers though, like Scarface. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Scarface, Ice Cube, shit like that though.
I saw Wu Tang and Nas in concert in Vegas. That shit was epic. That shit was cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm just a fan of hip hop, bro. Like
sure.
it's hard for me to listen to these new guys because
Yeah,
bro, these YNs is hard. It's hard for me to get into because it's not what I'm into. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I find myself listening to old shit, or if the old guys put out new music type shit. You know what I mean? But like these little Uzi Verse, little Pump, I'm
Oh yeah,
not
like shit shit like that is yeah, that's kind of it's not it. It's not my choice of
fucking
music.
6ix9ine, 6ix9ine. Like what?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
So what you like? You like artists like Blueface and shit?
No.
He said no.
No. No, hey, bro, that offbeat rapping shit, it worked for him. So I don't got nothing negative to say about Blueface. He's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not Nipsey Hussle, bro, is, I fucked with him tough, bro. So Nipsey was a big, influence as well. And
Right.
I would listen to Nipsey Hussle when I would be in Atlanta missing home.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would listen to Keys to the City, and it would just take me back home for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real.
So other than that, yeah, man, these YNs and these new rappers it's hard for me to get into them because I don't feel them.
What is it? What is it about that? What is it? The sound? You know what I mean? Or what they talking about?
No, they don't talk about anything. All they talk
Right.
about is shooting fucking bitches, doing drugs, and yeah. Like, no. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, nah, I'm not into that shit, bro. Speak some substance, bro. Talk about
Right.
something. You know
Yeah.
what I
You know,
mean?
you artist, a young artist that I like a lot, man, is Russell. You know what I'm saying? I like.
Never heard of him. I should peep him.
Yeah, he
There's
from the
another
Bay
guy.
Area.
Not to cut you. Oh, the guy that's I know you're talking about the guy out from the Bay. I like the hypey sound is fucking great. Like I fuck with the Bay tough.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I know you're talking about Lorenzo.
Yeah, he be doing the backyard performances and shit.
Yeah. I'm from the Bay. I rep it hard. Like, yeah, that's the dude you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Russell.
Russell. Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah, you definitely got to tap into him, man. He actually just did something with one of his albums, like something that Nipsey did though. But I think he was selling them for like
$1,000,
something
right?
like that though. I thought it was a little bit more than that though, but it's somewhere in that realm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and motherfuckers,
Yeah,
I think Kyrie Irving bought one for like for 11,000
that's crazy.
on the real, on the real. And
That's
but
wild.
his campaign was dope though, man. Like, let me ask you this: as far as being an independent artist, um, do you feel like it's more difficult pushing your music as an independent artist, or do you think you need that major push?
When the independent as an independent artist, it's hard to do it when you're got a family and you got a 9 to 5. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's hard because you don't the time that you could be spending promoting your music, you have to me, I have to provide for my family. So I don't have time to do that. I don't have
That's
time to fucking, you know what I mean? I almost canceled on you, bro, because I'm fucking tired. But I said, fuck it. Like I'm an artist. I'm not gonna cancel on this person. I'm gonna fucking, you know what I
right.
mean? I'm gonna push this shit. But you know, as far as the label goes, bro, they push your shit for you, bro. And if they tell you where you need to be, you need to tell what you need to do. Like, I would love somebody to handle my fucking artist page so I don't have to do it. Bro, I've DM'd so many fucking podcasts, so many
Yeah.
different, you know what I mean? So to just try to get a crack at it, just to try to promote my albums, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
I released my album in what was it, August?
Yeah.
And then the holidays came through and I stopped promoting it because nobody really gives a fuck during the holidays.
Right.
Holidays are on holidays. So I told myself, all right, I'm gonna wait for the holidays over, then I'm gonna go back to pushing my album. You know what
Right.
I mean? And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to be on every single podcast, every single shit that I can be on to promote the fuck out of my album, bro. My last album, I did a whole promo tour, bro. I did a podcast in Atlanta. I did a podcast in fucking Oklahoma. I did a podcast in Miami. Like, bro, I went all over the place, bro. And at that time, thank God we were on strike, so we weren't working at the time, so I was able to
Right.
do that. But now
Right.
that I'm working and now that I have a child and shit, I don't got time to fucking promote as much as I would like to. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
and labels is different. I would rather sign with a label than go independent because I feel like when you want to go independent, certain things need to happen in your life. Your lifestyle should be a certain way, and there's no way I'm fucking walking away from my family. Like,
Ain't
for
no
me
question.
is sick. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
real
what it
shit though.
is.
Hey, look,
Real talk.
it's like if that's meant, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
family first though, for sure.
Up
And
top.
and then, like, us as men anyway though, it's we always have to sacrifice something though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we don't even
bro.
talk about it. We just keep it moving though. You know what
Facts.
I mean?
For real, for real. You're
Yeah,
definitely
man.
not lying, bro.
On the
You,
real, man.
yeah, bro. Being a dad, being a husband, being a man, period, is hard. You know what I mean? Then you want to add an independent artist on top of that, being an independent artist, it's bro, that's impossible, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So
how important, okay, with you not being able to move around as effectively as you would want to, being an independent artist, how important do you feel like the social media aspect is for you?
it's cool, but I see social media as like it's hard for us artists to really get traction and really get what we want out of different people because I know motherfuckers that just go on Instagram and just look and don't like shit unless it's twerks or unless it's showing some kind of cleavage or titties or you know what I mean? For us art
Right.
or like girl artists, bro, being a girl is a hustle. If I was a girl artist, bro, and the way I moved, I probably would have been on already. You know what I mean? Because, you know, especially if I sold sex, bro,
On the
I'd be
real.
on already, bro.
On
Because
the real.
motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us, bro. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They want to see ass and titties twerking and
And
funny
no,
memes. Straight up, no,
that's
bro.
real. No,
When's the
I
last time?
know.
When's the last time
Yeah,
you posted something and you had everybody in your following list that follows you like your shit,
man.
bro? No one, bro. Everybody just takes a look at your shit and then
Yeah.
they don't like it because one, it's either too hard for them to tap on the fucking screen or they just clock it, bro. Most of the people that are on your shit, I believe, are one looking to see, hoping that you fail. Yeah, that was a catch. Hoping that you fail. You know what I mean? And still your friends and pretending to be your friends. 20% just mediocre, and then
Yeah.
10% actually go hard for you. You know what I mean? Like you don't, I don't know if my math was right because I'm watching the game at the same time and I got my prize picks going. So I
Yeah.
think I hit that. But I'm basically what I'm saying. It's hard for us rappers to actually get a fan base, bro. Like I
Yeah.
feel like in order for you to get a fan base, like you need to go on tour with somebody, bro, and open up from the whole tour, and then get traction there, and then continue doing shows and pop outs and shit. Because again, bro, if it ain't ass titties or twerking or funny memes, bro, nobody liking your shit. Especially girls, bro. Girls don't like shit other than like I feel like girls is lesbians nowadays because girls are like other girls posts that are like in their bikini or in their shit. You know what I mean? And like it's rare when you find a girl that actually really likes your shit. You know what I mean? Unless they trying to get at you. Like let's just be straight up. And 9 times out of 10, a girl hits you up and play cool for a second, and then shoot the OF link, and then when you tell them, bro, you're not about that, then it's a problem. Then they don't hit you up ever again, and they don't follow you. You know what I mean? That's just what
Man.
social media is nowadays, bro.
Mhm.
I go on social media and hopes that one day that one pair of eyes will look at my shit and be like, I need him on my label. You
Man.
know what I mean? One pair of ears will be like, oh shit, this song is hard. I need him on my label. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's why I do it. You know what I mean? I don't be hollering at bitches on fucking in the DM, bro. I'm married, bro. You know what I mean? And I be damn, bro. My wife is crazy. She'll kill me, bro. Like
Right, right.
literally. You
Do
know what I
you
mean? But I
use
wouldn't I wouldn't even do that. I'm not disrespectful, bro, because I was raised right, bro. I know how to love, bro. My parents, their parents taught me how to love.
that's
So I
right.
wouldn't even do that. So, but yeah, like I said, social media is tricky nowadays, bro. I just I went through my whole following list on TikTok, and I was at, I was like, why am I following so many people? I was like 3,000 people, and I only have 600 followers. I'm like, fuck all that, bro. I went all the way down to 265 to where I'm following now. I did that all today. You
Right.
feel me? So it's
Right.
just like, bro, I have all these fucking followers, but they don't like shit. They just look. Again, if it ain't ass
Right.
titties twerking or funny memes,
That's
ain't
how
fucking
I
with
be.
you.
That's how I be though, because sometimes a lot of motherfuckers just be scrolling and they might see something you posted and like that in particular video and follow you and just probably never look at your shit again.
Ever again. Right. Right. So
But
it's
that's
hard for us. It's hard, bro. Social media is hard. You know what I mean? It's not easy, bro. Like this shit is it's not easy.
right, right. Yeah, I could dig that, man. So let me ask you this before we get up out of here, man. What does success look like to you?
Bro, success looks like this to me, bro.
That's
This is
right.
what success looks like to me.
That's
Being a
right. That's
dad,
right.
bro.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? This is what it looks like, bro.
Yeah.
Success is being a good husband, being a good dad. You know what I mean? Doing everything a man should do. Be a man, and I might not be the most richest person in the world, bro, but as long as I'm providing for my family and doing what I love doing at the same time, and putting God first, bro, that's what success is, bro. Fuck a Grammy, bro. Life is bigger than that shit. You know what
Ain't
I mean?
ain't no question.
That's what success to me is, bro. I can give a fuck about all the accolades shit. Yeah, I think I won a BMA, a Bakersfield Music Award, off of my single that I was on Mark of the Beast. It was called Just Being Honest. That's cool. Like, yeah, cool. I'm a BMA winner. Like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Ain't no Grammy, but I can give a fuck because I don't do it for them, bro. I do it for people that actually really fuck with me. And if you fuck with me, I thank you, bro. To the bottom of my heart, I'm thankful. But if you don't fuck with me, it's okay, bro. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You feel
Right.
me? So I can only be myself, bro. I can only be the person that I was meant to be, and not pretend to be something that I'm not, because then I'm phony, and I'm far from that.
Hey, look, and that's the best way to be, man, because at the end of the day, what's done in the dark gonna come to light. So
Facts.
if you faking, it's gonna come out eventually. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
definitely staying genuine. And when you're an artist and making music and stuff like that, though, it's important to stay genuine. You know what I'm saying, to your craft and be on your path and not be too influenced by other people or other artists, man. And that's one thing, like I said, I can appreciate about the music, that I heard from you so far. And I'm looking to tap me into more. Is that you all around? You know what I'm saying? What I
Yeah.
mean, you versatile as far as different kind of shit though. I'm gonna bang that higher again before I crash out tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so it's safe to say that Higher was your favorite song on that album.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I like Can I? And I like Values too. I like Goat too. I like all of them though, but Higher is my favorite one though, for sure.
What's your least favorite one?
The least favorite one is Atlanta.
You didn't like Atlanta?
It was the least I didn't say I didn't like it, but it was the least favorite though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel it, bro. It's because you gotta go to experience this shit, bro.
Yeah, I've been
The
out
sto-
there. Yeah.
Just win. And how long did you stay over there?
I was out there about a week. About a week.
Man, no, you need a little longer than a week, bro. Did you ever have hot wings at Follies, bro? The lemon pepper lose?
No, I had the hot wings at the house.
Nah.
At the house, though.
Mm-mm.
Southern cook, home cooking.
Nah, bro.
You know
Nah,
what
that ain't
I
it.
mean?
That ain't it, bro.
He
You
said
get the
that ain't
best.
it.
You gotta get the best, bro. You get the best wings in the fucking strip clubs. You get the best soul food at Mary Mac's, bro. Waffle House when it gets late.
Right.
Fucking, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Atlanta was. I'm so thankful for that shit because, like, to this day, bro, they still got my back, bro. If I ever go to Atlanta, I know for a fact that one, I am good in any hood, and two, I'm getting picked up wherever the fuck I'm at. B3 and I go pick that. You go pick them up. You feel me?
Right.
But Atlanta,
Right.
it was so fucking great. Other than the fucking humidity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the way the shit is, it's I went to a Gucci concert out there. That shit was so dope, bro. The whole hood was out. Like it was, bro. Zone six. Bro, I'm thankful, bro. I definitely, my Southern guys is really,
That's right.
But yeah, I didn't like my favorite. I'll say my least favorite was the last one though. Um, City's Yours. I wasn't really a big
Right.
fan of that one,
Right.
but I needed. It was a filler. So
Yeah.
I was just like, man, whatever. But everything else has substance to it. You know what I mean?
Sure. For sure.
So, but
For
yeah, man, if
sure.
you like Neapolitan, bro, peep Mark of the Beast, bro. You'll
Okay.
definitely like Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast it was hard to top that shit because Mark of the Beast is a whole nother animal. So when you
Right.
make a good when you make a really good album, when you make a really good album, it's like, all right, now you got to make something that tops it, and that one was hard as fuck to top. You know what I mean? That's why Neapolitan was like fucking just, you know, it worked. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So look, tell everybody where they can find you at though, and tap in with your music and all that.
Bro, you can find me on Instagram at B3AST661. I got all my music links there. You just tap all that shit and listen to it. And I hope everyone listens to it. Whoever's watching this live, bro, thank you for watching this live. Whoever is not watching this live, thank you for not watching this live.
Right.
Again, I can give a fuck. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not, you know, it's yeah, I can care. I care less. I just need one ear. I need one set of eyes. That's all I need. Other than that, man, you know, thank you for having me on your show. You know,
Oh, yeah,
hopefully
for sure.
you can send me some clips that I can post on my page and shout you out as well.
Oh yeah, I got you.
And other than that, bro, I'm really thankful, bro. Thank you for being cool, bro. Most podcasts are dickheads, bro. Some of them have me fucking paying them, bro. They want me to pay them to be on their
like what you mean, dickheads though?
Like they want me to pay them, and then they don't want to talk about the shit that I want to talk about, and it's like, dude, I want to talk about my album.
They want you to pay, but not talk about what you want to talk about.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Like I hit No Jumper up, bro. They were like 5 bands, and I'm like, damn, like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not paying 5 bands for No Jumper.
Right.
But you know, other people too, and you know, other people that, you know, want to interview me. Like, oh yeah, but look, you know, I get it. It's a hustle. I get it. You know, you might have a platform. You might be helping me out, but me paying you is like, damn, bro. Like, really? Like, I thought we were all, you know. But yeah, some podcasts will have me pay them, and it's total bullshit. Some that I've done, I've paid to where they just didn't post it on their main page. They posted on like a weird page, and it's like, damn, like, you couldn't post it on your page with all your followers on it. Then, you know what I mean? It's you know, it's tricky now with this podcast shit.
Right. Hey man, podcasting be podcasting, man. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna definitely put together a sit down in person and shit though once we get season 2 of the podcast popping.
I'm with all that, bro. I'd rather do that, bro. It's I like being in person. This is cool too, but I feel like in person it's a better vibe.
Oh yeah, ain't no question though. This is just it's a good way and an extra way to connect though, just to kind of stay connected and shit though, man. But look, and we want to thank you for tapping in with us, man, and pulling up and letting us get a sample of your music, man. I hope everything work out, man, and this shit get out there.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. And on that note, man, I want to thank y'all for tapping in. This is Best Way to Smoke Unfiltered. You already know I'm Big J, man. Make sure you stay elevated.
Later, bro.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, you know me, got the tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. If you think that I stink, that's on me. I don't care. I blow here, I blow there. I smoke this shit everywhere.